Well, welcome back to Bevington Farm, episode 4. So, before my tractor seems to roll over me, not sure why it's doing that. Anyway, I said in the last episode we were going to do some field prep, so lime, fertilizer, and the likes. Precision farming is not working as intended. I don't know what date this is going to air via viewing side of things. However, at the time of recording this, we are pretty much 4 days into having precision farming, and like I said, it is just not functioning and we're waiting for an update. We haven't had one yet, so at the minute I am still waiting. I did try and prep the field as best we could, but I ended up doing all of them, trying to play around with different settings so there's nothing to record and show to yourself. That said, we have silage behind us in the pit, and we have cows that could benefit from maybe a little bit of feed. Ideally, TMR should be what we should be doing. However, we don't have hay, so at the minute we're going to have to just feed them the silage. It also gets rid of the silage. We will get a feed mixer at some point, but again, not a current priority. Right, so let me knock the time back up now again. We are now on May 2, so we may have won last time, on May 2 now. We'll get this work done. I'm still not sure why that tractor's rolling. Anyway, we'll get this done. We will feed the cows across the area. I'm going to put some silage into the little calf barns because I think we might end up getting some calves, just for something different. And then we will see what contracts are available, and then from that decide whether to do the contract or skip to June and then see what's to be done in June. I am looking at August and September to plant the other 2 fields with canola and wheat, so we have got a bit of time before that's going to happen. The grass has been cut recently, so when we go to June it shouldn't need cutting, I don't think. So we're going to have to wait till July, so it may well be June is a very dry month and we just move straight to July. Again, we will see when that's done. Anyway, I'm going to time lapse this, so hopefully you enjoy. So that was a bit more time consuming with a 1000 litre bucket, and my skill is also not there, just like with the bills. There's something to be said about mods that allow you to do things a little bit easier. However, we are done. Right, I am going to have a look at contracts and see what's available. We have enough money to go to the next month, I believe, for the finance arrangements we have in place. But we will need to make some more money for the following month if we don't do any this month. Right, well, I have found a spraying contract. I have leased the equipment, although I haven't said that the spray is quite some size for this map. We do have a sprayer, but the reason for leasing it was we got this fertilizer. We did pay £780 to lease the equipment, so maybe it's not quite as cost effective. But I thought if we can get this going, we might be able to get this to fit in the roads. It is field 16, which is down near one of the primary farms on the map. So I am most likely going to see you when we get there. But we'll see how we get on. Not sure why it won't take that pallet. There we go. I must admit, from this area of the map, I'm not quite sure how we get to field 16. First thing is first, how are we going to get out of the yard? I think we need to go up here and around. We'll put the beacons on because we're causing an obstruction to the road if we come across any traffic. There we go. Right, here we are. Now, I'm not sure why, but precision farming should have been on for this field coming to fruition. So there should have been tram lines. That said, there is not, so we will not worry about that. It also looks like this does not have the sensing technology, so we are consuming herbicide at a rate of knots. This might not be sufficient for the field. Right, that's that done. The rain did start, but we managed to get it all done rather than wait till the rain ends. Okay, so we are in June and the grass is ready to cut again, so I am going to cut the grass. However, I'm not going to film that because the last couple of episodes have all been quite grass heavy, so I don't think you'll respect me doing that again when there's so little else to do. We will have a look at to see what contracts could be available once I've done that, because I would like to do a little bit more on camera. We are going to sell the silage bales that we have because clearly the grass will be ready again and we'll get plenty of silage before we need it. I only say that because the bank balance has gone down by about 40 to 50,000 pounds crossing the month, so we can't get to July without bringing in a bit more money, and that's going to be via either a contract or selling the silage. Since we don't need the silage, I think we can sell that, and then contracts are optional to build up a bit more of a buffer. So yeah, I think my financing agreement was a bit higher than I thought it was going to be, but we are where we are, so I need to pay that off for the next 6 to 12 months for the 2 that I've got, possibly even 3 now. But yeah, so I am going to cut the grass. I am going to potentially see you in June 2 on the fact that by the time I do all the grass cutting at this speed, it may not be light enough to then do the bale selling. But I'll see you shortly. Okay, so that is the grass cut. Some of the fields were turned to bales, which you just see me load into the bale storage. The rest was again hired forage pickup, and we collected the grass loose. And I am going to put in the Omatana farm production pack to allow that grass to be converted to either silage, hay, or alternative products, possibly TMR. That's the intention, because doing the bales is very painstaking. I don't mind doing some, but I think we can find alternative ways. Now, I am also using the trailer on that tractor to ferry the silage that bales over there to the all bale sell point. I have enabled auto load on that trailer because currently, since the patch 1.8, the straps are not holding the bales on. So it was hard enough trying to load the bales onto the trailer. It was even harder trying to go down the road and go around turns. So I don't know what's up with that. I have seen a few other people made similar comments that their straps are not working. So I think it is a bug. I hope it's a bug. So with that in mind, I hope you can give me a little bit of leniency to use the auto load trailer function. I'm sticking with this one because it's smaller, which means that we can only put about 6 bales on this trailer. So it's not entirely cheaty. We're not using one that can fit 28 bales and get them all done one trip. This will take several trips. So yeah, so we'll, I say 10 bales. So 6 large bales, 10 small bales. Yeah, I'm going to start taking these to the sell point, make a bit of money, and then we can put the farm production down and get those products converted suitably. Okay, so I've put a load of grass in there for now. Where is the trigger? So we do want some hay, so we'll turn that on. So it'll start producing that. We don't need silage at the minute, but I do want some TMR. So we have that mix, and that mix. I think we need to consider that or that. I'm going to put option 1 on, so straw, hay and silage, and we'll start adding those items into the production point to start producing that. Now we have straw and we have grass. The silage in the pit, and it took a long time just to load the small trail up with that. I need to find a better way to do that. I don't want to buy a belt system because I don't think we're going to have a need for it long term. But it could be that we rent a belt just to get the silage into this trailer and then get rid of it and just not populate the silage pit again. So that is the silage put in. We hired the belt for £2,000. We then put the silage into the trailer, put the silage into here. We have grass converting to hay, which is then converting to TMR. So we put some straw in as well. Ultimately, we will put more grass in later to get more hay. However, the only requirement for hay at the minute is for TMR. So we're not doing too badly. And like I said, as it produces what it's got in there, we should get a fair stock of TMR, which will keep the cows well fed. I am going to do a bit of leveling because that looks like it's floating, which I don't like. And then after that, we will look at contracts because 31,000 will not cut it, and we will need more than that to move into July, and that will be in the next episode, not this episode. So leave this with me for the leveling, and then I'll find out the contract and get back to you at the field for the contract. Okay, so I've done a bit of landscaping, and now I have picked up 2 hoeing contracts, partly because the main contract I picked up was quite a large field, so I thought we'd have 2 vehicles doing it. I have literally just picked them up, but as you can see, it's gone to 92 and 91% respectively for each field. I have no idea why. I haven't even left the farmyard to get there. So whatever's happened since Precision Farming and 1.8 has released, the contracts are a little bit bugged. Okay, so this really is going to be a bit difficult on the fact that it's not even going up. If the entire field shows weeds and we don't know where they've been, we still have to do the entire field just to get that last 9%. I wonder if I go this way and just see if it crosses it through. Oh, that went up. I wonder, does this have tram lines? Because tram lines have been known to cause the contract issues. And whilst we can't see the tram lines, maybe that's what it's thinking is not complete. cutting through didn't add much to it. It did knock it up by 1%, but I think on this note we're going to have to end up leaving the episode here, because I don't know why this isn't doing what I thought it would do, which is essentially making a contract and earn me some income. There's a mowing contract and there was a baling contract. I didn't really want a bale wrapping contract. I didn't really want to do them because we have done them on past episodes. So I think if this doesn't work, I'll end things here, but I'll do those other contracts off camera, and we'll start the next episode with the appropriate balance to not be charged a penalty for not having the money in the bank for the finance agreements. Because it does not look like this is going up anytime fast. Right. So for those who have been watching, thank you very much for watching. Please hit like, please subscribe, and please comment. It really will help the channel, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.